Hello everyone, this is Manshu, and in this today's video lecture we are going to discuss about HTML language. We will discuss about all the tags, all the elements, all the attributes available in this HTML language, so that we can use these tags, these elements according to our requirements. So let's start this video lecture. First of all, as we all know that in the last previous video lecture we have discussed that HTML language is used when we want to create, we want to design web pages, uh, just like website, right? So how can we use this language? How can we write the code to design HTML page? So first of all, as we all know that in the last video lecture we have discussed about it, that every web page is divided into two different sections. The first section is head section and the second section is body section. Any kind of code, any kind of tag related to the head section will be designed, will be written in the head section, under the head section, and all the body section, all the part, all the information which we want to show on the page, all the images and every content which we want to show on the page, just like information, we have to write all these things under body section. So first of all we have to write tags here. The first tag will be HTML, because we are writing HTML language, and as we all know that the tags are divided into two categories in HTML language. The first one is empty tag and the second one is container tag. What is the meaning of empty tag? The meaning of empty tag is that the tag which only required to start, and we do not need to close these tags, then these tags are called empty tag. And what is the meaning of container tag? The container tag which required close with starting tag, right? Just as you can see here that the first one is HTML, which is starting tag, and the second is closing tag of this tag, right? So we will write here two sections, as we already discussed, that the first tag will be head section and the second for body section. Head, and the second tag will be for body section, right? And all the tags related to the head will write here, just like title, and we have to write the title of the website. Suppose we are designing this page for Golden Public School, right? We can open also this tag, as you can see that there is a file with the name GPS, because as you can see here also that this file is saved with gps.html, and here is the total address. So we will open this file from here with the help of double click, and as you can see that the Golden Public School, which is the title of our website, is shown on the title, right? We can change this title at any time. Let's suppose GPS, go back to the web browser and refresh the page. As you can see that here it is showing GPS. It means is that the use of title tag is to set the name of the site, the name of the site, just like a title, right? So we can use title tag for identify, for declare the name of the web page. Now we will discuss about the body. As we already discussed that the web page is divided into two different sections. The first section is head section. We have create a basic code with the title tag, and all this part which is showing as white, it is called body section, and all the information, all the content will show in this body, right? It means is that every code related to the tag, related to the content, will return in the body tag. So go back to the code window, and we will write here, just like for example we are writing a normal line. This is a page, right? So go back to the web page and just refresh this page. As you can see that this line is written on the page. It means is that everything which we want to show on this location, on this portion, then we have to write this in the code of body tag, right? So what we can do here, let's suppose we want to change the color of this page. As you can see that this is by default as white color, and we want to change this color as yellow, right? How we can do that? We have to set the color of body like bg color equals to, and we will write the name of the color which we want to set. Let's suppose yellow. We want to set this color yellow. Go back to the page and refresh the page. So as you can see that the background color of the body is converted to yellow from white, right? So if we want to change any color, then we can write here. Let's suppose we want to set is as black color, so we can use here, right? So this is the black color of the web page. Every color which we want to write, we have to write the name as bg color. So bg color, what is the use of bg color? Bg color is a tag which is used to set the background color of your body, of your web page, right? So this color is used. Let's suppose we want to set the text which is written on the page, and we want to change the color of this text. So we can mention this color like text is equals to red, or we can write any name of the color. Let's suppose green. Go back to the page and refresh. As you can see that this is showing green color content. It means is that everything which will return on this page, it will be shown as a text in green color, right? Let's suppose we want to change this color as red, so we can write here red. Go back to the page and refresh once. Then as you can see that this line is showing in red color, right? So we can use these two different tags. The first one is bg color and the second one is text, right? Text means you want to change the color of text, and bg color is used when we want to convert, when we want to change the color of the background of the body, background of the web page, right? Now we will discuss about the background tag. What is the use of background tag? Let's suppose, as we can see that here on the background we have set it a color, that is yellow color, but we want to set a image on the place of this color. We want to set an image in the background of the web page. Then how we can use this tag? We have to use background tag with a image. First of all, we required a image for background. As you can see that there is an image. I have saved this image already in the same folder. This is image with the name of image, right? And this is a jpg file. As you can see that this is the image which is saved in the same folder with gps.html. So go back to the page. How can we use this background? We will remove this tag from here and we will use background tag. And what is the name of the file which we want to show on the page? That is image. And what is the extension of this file? That is jpg file. It means is that we have to write here that image.jpg, right? We will write here image.jpg. Go back to the web page and let's refresh this page and let's check that the image is showing on this page or not, right? Refresh this page. As we can see that the image is showing on this page, but it is a large image, right? First of all, the requirement of this file is that we have to set the size of the image. We have to minimize this image. There are lots of images available on the internet which you can use, right? Now go back to the code And as we have already discussed that we can use background tag to set a image on the background of the page, right? First of all, as you can see that on the background in the body tag on the web page, this image is showing, but this is the large image. First requirement of your side is that you have to find out a particular sized image from the Google, right? And you can use this image, because we are not creating a website in this lecture, we are just trying to explain that how can you use these tags to design your web page. So we have background tag to set the image. If we want to set the image on the background of the body tag, then you can use this tag, right? So this is the background tag. Now let's discuss that if we want to left some blank space, just like margin, right? As you all know that in the every text editor you have a margin, that is left margin, right margin, top margin or bottom margin. And if we want to set this kind of margin in our web page, then how can we use it? First of all, as we all know that this is the single line which is written on our web page. This is a page, right? So if we want to apply the margin on the page, it means is that how we can use it. We have to set a tag that is left margin, and how much margin we want to set. Let's suppose we are showing here 100. It means is that, let's check that it is have some blank space before this line. It means is that this line is lefting 100 pixels space before this line. It means is that the 100 pixel of size is left as margin on this page, right? So this is the syntax of margin, right? We can also set top margin just like a left margin. How we can use that? We have to use top margin equals to, let's suppose it is 50. It means is that from the top it will left 50 pixels margin, right? Just refresh this page and you can see that 100 from left side and 50 from the top, right? So we can set margin just like that. Now let's discuss about this text. This is the basic concept of background. This is the basic concept of web page, how we can set the margin and how we can set the background color and how we can set any particular image in the background of the web page. Now let's discuss about this line. What is this line? This is a text, this is a content. Let's suppose we want to set more lines here. How we can use that? This is a second line on the page, right? Go back to the web page and refresh this page. So as you can see here that in the code we are writing these both line in separated line, right? But on the web page it is showing in a single line. Then what we can use? We have to use paragraph tag here. How we will use paragraph tag? We have to use p tag, right? And we have to write this line under p tag just like that. Again we have to use p tag for this line also, like that, right? Go back to the page, refresh this page, and as you can see that these both lines are showing at different line, right? So this kind of process will use as a paragraph. It means is that we want to set multiple lines, then we can use paragraph tag. And paragraph tag we can also use this tag if we want to write a large amount of text on the web page as a information, then we can also use paragraph tag, right? Now we will discuss about the attribute of this tag. How many types of attributes we can use with this paragraph, right? Then let's suppose we want to set the alignment of this tag. It means is that we want to set this in the center, we want to set this in the right position. Then how we can change we have to write style equals to text align, and we have to write where we want to set this alignment. We want to set this alignment on the left, we want to set this alignment on the right or center. So if we want to set this alignment on the center, then we have to write center here. You have to follow the instruction, we have to follow the syntax of the tag. We have to use style equals to text dash align colon center, right, last semicolon and double quote, and this string is written in double quote. It means is that the starting with double quote and the ending with double quote. Go back to the page and refresh your page. So as you can see that this line has transferred to written from left. It means is that with the help of this attribute, this tag, we can use any particular location. Let's suppose we are writing here right, then how we can set this? Go back to the web page and refresh this page, and you can see that this line is transferred to the right side, right? Now if we want to use b tag, how we can use b tag? The use of b tag is that if we want to convert our normal characters, normal line, normal content, normal text from normal to bold, we want to bold our text, how we can use that? We have to use bold tag as b, and we can also complete this tag at any location. Let's go back and refresh this page. Something is not okay. Okay, we have written this multiple times. So as you can see that this is a second is bold, and line of the page is not bold, it is normal. So with the help of b tag we can use bold, we can create bold text, right? Just like that we have italic tag, we can use I for italic. If we want to convert our tag italic style, let's you can see that this is a italic style line and this is a normal tag, right? We can identify the difference from the both, right? This is with the help of I tag we can use. Let's suppose we required a line that is H2O, right? How we can use H2O as a scientific line? Let's suppose H2O. Go back to the page and refresh this page. As you can see that this is H2O, but this is not the format of writing H2O in the science subject. How we can use? We have to use superscript and subscript options. We have to use subscript option here with 2. How we can use? It will be sub, and we have to write 2 under subscript tag. Go back to the page and refresh here. As you can see that this is H2O, the perfect formation of H2O according to the science stream, right? This is H2O. Now let's suppose we required here x square y, a mathematical formation equation according to your math subject. This is x square y. Go back to the page and it is not correct according to your math subject. How we can use it? We have to use superscript tag to convert this equation perfectly. Now as you can see that this is x square y, right? So with the help of superscript tag and subscript tag we can write our equation according to our requirement, right? Now go back to the page, and now we will discuss about heading tag. What is the use of heading tag? If we want to make a heading in the web page, then we can use heading tag, and we have 6 different types of heading tag available on this HTML language. The first one is H1, the second one is H2, the third one is H3, the fourth one is H4, the fifth one is H5, and the last, the sixth one is H6 tag. All these tags are different from size, different in size, but all these tags from H1 to H6 we will use here as creation of heading, right? We are writing here heading in all the lines. Now go back to the page and refresh your page. So as you can see that this is H1 tag, this is H2 tag, and so on. This is H6 tag, right? So all these tags from H1 to H6 we can use to create headings, right? Now go back to the page, go back to the coding, and let's suppose we want to insert a table in the web page. And how we can insert table in the web page? There are two different types of tables we can use in the web page. The first one is unordered list, and the second one is ordered list. We are talking here about list. There are two different types of lists available in the HTML language. The first one is ordered list, and the second one is unordered list. How we can use these unordered list and ordered list? First of all, we are talking about unordered list. As we can see that this is unordered list, and we have to write the elements here, that is li. It means list item. And what is the list item? That is, first is, let's suppose we are creating subject list, it is science. The second item is maths, the third item is computer science, right? Go back to the web page and refresh your page. As you can see that there is a list available on this web page. The first one is science, second one is maths, and the third one is computer science as written on the code, right? So this is an unordered list, and we can use attribute that is called type, and the type equals to disk or square we can use here, right? Let's suppose, first of all, as you can see that on the page, this is our disk shown before the item. If we want to use a square, then we have to write a square here. Go back to the page and refresh. So as you can see that this time it is a square before your item, so we can use here disk or square. By default it is showing disk, but if we want to change, then you can write square here as a type attribute. So this is an unordered list. There is no order present in this kind of list, so this is called unordered list. Now we have to change this unordered list from ul to ol. Ol means ol means ordered list, right? First of all, remove this type from here and check that by default what is showing. So it is showing 1 2 3. It means is that this is ordered list, right? Now let's try to customize this ordered list. How we can customize this list? We have our type attribute with order list also. Type equals to capital A. Go back to the page and refresh it. As you can see that it is ABC in capital. We can also write here small a. It means is that it is starting from a small a attribute. We can write here capital I. It means is that it will work as Roman numbers in capital, and we can also change small I if we want to use Roman numbers in a small letter, right? So this is ordered list. Now we will discuss about description tag. What is the meaning of description tag? It means is that, let's suppose we are writing a definition related from a heading, then how we can use, how we can show that this is a heading and this is the definition related to this heading on our web page. So we have separated a different kind of tag, that is DT. DT means description tag, and we have to write our description tag here. That is, let's suppose we are talking about internet, right? And what is the definition? We have to use DD tag here. DD means description definition, and we have to write our definition of related tag under the DD tag. That is, it is network of networks. Go back to the page and refresh your page. As you can see that internet is showing here just like a heading, and this is the definition of your heading. So with the help of DD and DT tag, you can show it just like a heading and definition. Now let's suppose we require to draw a line between these contents. Then how we can use? There is a normal heading, a normal tag, that is HR. Let's suppose we want to draw a line here, then we have to use HR tag, right? HR means horizontal rule. Go back to the page and refresh your line. As you can see that it means it is showing a line between these tags, right? So if we want to insert a line, we can use HR tag. Let's try to insert a line here also. Go back to your page and refresh here. As you can see that there is a one more line available in this page. And if you are thinking that there is a confusion may be possible coming into your mind, that why it is not showing at this portion and this portion also, it means is that from the left side and from the right side also. So the reason behind it is that there is a margin we have written on the page, right, in the body description. It means is that everything which is showing in this page will be cover as a margin of 100 pixel from left and right both also, right? So this is the HR tag which is used to generate, used to insert a line anywhere you want to insert, right? We can also customize this HR tag. How we can customize this tag? Let's suppose we are trying to customize it, that we required at the 75% of the total page, and the size of this line will be 100 pixels. We can also set alignment. Let's suppose it will be center, and color will be white. We are using here white because the background of the web page is dark, right? Go back to the page and refresh your page. So as you can see that the width and color of this line, the size of this line has been changed. This is the line which we created before, and this is the new line which we customize just now, right? So we can also customize HR attribute with these headings, right? Now we will try to insert an image in our web page. How we can use insert? There is a tag which is img tag, right? Image src equals to, and we have to write the URL of any image. Let's suppose we are using the same image as a background, and we want to insert this image in our web page. How we can insert? We have to use image space src attribute. Go back to the page and refresh your page. So if you are trying to see, we have to change this image because both images are same, right? We can do one thing, that we are using here width and height, so that we can check the exact complete image. Let's suppose 30% of the width of our image, and the height will be, there is a spelling mistake here, width and height will be, let's suppose 50%, because we have only a single image, so we are trying to use this image here. So as you can see that there is a complete image which have inserted in the web page. Because the size of the image is large, that's why it is not showing properly, it was not showing properly in the page. But when we insert width and height of the image, then as we can see that width 30% and height 50%. It means is that now the size of image is controlled by the tags.